The missing link between the Shastra and Stotra is connected just by this Tantra. In Tantra, only one question, how to, that's all. Never why. Never why. It is always how. Throughout the Gita, if you see, Arjuna is putting so many questions. That itself shows he is not interested in the answer. When you put too many questions, be very clear, you are not interested in the answers. So many questions Arjuna is asking. And Krishna is replying. That is why Gita is a philosophy. Shastra. Gita-su, Upanishadsu, Sarva Vidyaya, Yoga Sastre. Shastra. Somebody asked me, Swamiji, why Gita has become so popular? Why not Vijnana Vaira Tantra? He said, no, this is only for intelligent people. Naturally, intelligent people are very few. This is not for mass. This is not for intellectuals. This is for intelligence. People who are working in the field of intelligence. People who are intelligent. Only for them, this Tantra. Throughout this Tantra, only once Devi asks only one question, that's all. Devi puts only one question. That is not even a question. Just she awakens Shiva to deliver this, that's all. It's not even a question. Just she gives chance for Shiva to express himself over. But throughout Gita you can see so many questions again and again and again. How these philosophy systems are created. First they say one word. If you ask some question, then they don't let you use your dictionary for their words. They will supply their dictionary also. Not only the word, meaning also you can have only as they want. That is why there are so many philosophies to explain why this existence. But still, the existence is existence. So many philosophies, but nobody is able to answer. Nobody is able to solve. So many philosophies are continuously happening, but nobody is able to answer. Why? The man who can supply his own dictionary in a very complicated way becomes a great philosopher. All philosophy, all shastras are nothing but supplying dictionary. In my experience, I have read thousands of commentaries, but no commentary is simpler than the original text. All commentaries are complicating the simple truths. All shastras are complicating the simple truth. That is why they say Shastra Jala Maharanya means big forest. Shastra is like Amazon forest. That is why the biggest library in the planet Earth is Amazon.com. There is some coincidence. The biggest library, the booksellers on the planet Earth is Amazon library. Because the Shastras are like a Amazon forest. Shastra Jala Maharanya. Once you enter, you can never come out. On Amazon forest, you can't even enter. They say from the ground level, 100 feet, you can't even penetrate. The trees are so thick, layers and layers, layers after layers the trees have grown. You can't even touch the planet Earth. Above the 100 feet only you can even feel. Even if you go by helicopter and land, you can't land on the ground. Only above the 100 feet you can land. Shastra Jala Maharanya is just like this Amazon. You can never land with that on the exact truth. If you don't know the truth, you can be bold. You can propose any theory if you don't know the truth. Blind man can speak in many ways about the light because he doesn't know. The man who has seen light is always afraid to speak because he knows the words are very poor. Man who doesn't know, who do not know, he has no hesitation to propose any theory because he has no fear. The man who has seen is always hesitant. Oh, words are too insufficient. Words are too poor. What can I say? That is why Tantra never answers the question why. It looks only how. The only scientific religion is Tantra. Science never asks why. If you ask why, you become philosopher. If you want to become scientist, ask how. If you ask why, you will become a philosopher. If you ask how, you will become a scientist. Tantra answers only the how, never the why. Tantra answers how. It gives you the technique straight away. Tantra is not at all concerned about the truth. Please be very clear. It is not at all concerned about the truth. It is concerned about your experience of truth. It doesn't want to sell words. It doesn't want to sell empty words. Tantra is not a bookshop. It is not even a library. It is just laboratory. Shastras are libraries. Tantra is a laboratory. It is concerned only about the alchemy process. It wants you to reach it over. It never bothers about what is truth. It bothers how you can reach, how you can achieve. Tantra is too great truth. It is too much on a common mass, on a common man. Normal man cannot digest or tolerate Tantra. That's a beautiful statement by one of the great Western philosophers. He says, the Eastern religious truths are too much true. They are too much. Please don't give these truths to the people. Poor fellows, let them live with their lies. Let them be little comfortable with their hopes. Don't take away their hopes. It is too much. It's like a scorching sun. It's like you are thrown into the straight truth. It's too much. Man cannot afford such straight truth. He wants to live with hopes. Small story. One guy wants to go to north. He took train, he was traveling. Suddenly, TT appeared and he was asking, where is your ticket? This guy checked his ticket everywhere, here, there, he is searching. He is not able to find. Everywhere he is searching except his coat packet. TT said, why don't you see in the coat packet? No, I am having the hope still that it is there. If I see and if it is not there, I will just drop dead. I will collapse. So please let me have that hope. Let me live few more minutes with that hope. Don't tell me the truth. So people are afraid of truth. They do not want to face the straight truth. Only when you don't have investments on your lives, you are ready to listen the ultimate truth. People who don't have investment on their lives is whom I call passive listeners. Anandeshwari. Tantra can be delivered only to Devi, who is totally passive, who don't have investments on their lives. Even if their lives are taken away, they will not lose their comforts. Their life standard will not be lost. They will not feel that something is lost. That is why from the time immemorial, always spiritual seekers are advised to renounce everything. Not for anything else. If you have your investments on your lies, you cannot go near the truth. Renunciation is not for anything else. But now, I don't say you renounce everything, but at least see that you are not stopping in your search. You are not stopping in between for the sake of any other comforts, for the sake of any other things. Just see wherever you have invested, wherever you have your investments on your lives, only in that zones remove your energy. Only in that zones alter yourself. That is enough. You don't have to renounce what you have. Just renounce what you don't have. Because all your investments are based on lies, which is not there. If you say you have invested a lot on your lies, lie means what? Which is not there. Which is not there. So renounce what you don't have. That is more than enough. All your investments on lies, let it be removed from your being. Vivekananda says beautifully, let your religion be flooded by reason. Whatever can stand, let it stand. Whatever will be washed away, let it be washed away. The earlier they are washed away, better for the humanity. So let your whole life, let your whole being be flooded by this ultimate truth. Whatever is washed away, let it be washed away. The earlier they are washed away, better for your health. If they are not washed away, if they stay in your system, any moment they can become cancer. Any mass which cannot become part of your body only becomes seed for cancer. Any mass which cannot become part of your body only becomes a seed for the cancer. Same way, anything which cannot become part of your reality, your being, only becomes a seed for depression, seed for cancer. Flood your whole being with the truth. The earlier they are washed away, better for your being. If something can't stand the truth, test of truth, let them be washed away. According to me, sannyas means the man who floods truth, ultimate truth into his being and allows the things to be washed away which can't stand the test of truth. If you let the truth to happen to you and if you let go whatever can be washed away by the truth, you are a sannyasi. Sannyasi does not mean man who wears the kavi or who is in the forest. There is no other definition. This one is enough. If you just allow the truth to flood your life, flood your being and let go whatever is washed away by the truth, let all these things be washed away. The earlier they are washed away, better for your being. if you can let go things for the sake of truth, you are sannyasi. Nyasa means purifying. San means sarva. Sarva nyasade iti sannyasaha. If you can purify everything by putting into the truth. If you have to purify the gold, what you are supposed to do? You have to put those things into acid. Same way, just like acid wash, do the truth wash.